Hi there. Welcome to the quarter two reset. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds so people to come in because I know people need to come in. Before we go live, hi there. I am Dr. Quita J. I introduce myself more formal in just a few minutes, but I do want to give people time to come in. We'll start at the minute mark. Who's watching today? Let me know. And if I don't, I'm here to tell you now. If I don't get into your comments as doing, please forgive me. I'm probably gonna be on a roll. And when I'm on a roll, I'm on a roll and I just got to let the spirit use me. So so just be mindful of that, okay? I definitely want to say that. So let's just be but disregard, I'm just probably in the zone and I'll try to come in and talk as I go through. However, I do want to say that just for, just want to say that. So I guess it's been like a minute now. Let's get started. Welcome. This is our quarter two reset. And it is it's so important to have this reset. As we step into the second quarter of 2024, I want to really truly extend a warm welcome to April. April is definitely a month that signifies new beginnings and opportunities. Just like the budding flowers and gentle showers that mark the arrival, April showers bring May flowers, right? Just like these budding flowers mark the arrival of spring. Let's truly open ourselves to the possibilities that this month brings, that this quarter will bring. Because as I stated, and you might have seen a video or two, especially from the SOAR on YouTube, SOAR in 2024 series, in which I stated that it's about 9 months. It was this time last year where I truly made a commitment to myself that I had to ask myself, what was I birthing? So April is not merely a time of transition. It's truly a call to action. It's a reminder that we have 9 months left in this year. 9 months to nurture and cultivate our aspirations. Just as pharmacists, we like to get accustomed to guiding our patients through their healing journey, helping them. We also have to navigate our own paths, our own purpose, and our own intention. So let's do just that, okay? So, with that being said, I do want to tell you that this particular series, today's session, is really coming from SOAR, the SOAR workbook. And again, this SOAR series, I'll have it linked below. Well, it's in the comments below. However, this came from the workbook and the SOAR series. It's on YouTube. It's a 30-day series. Hey, it's 30 days in April. So feel free to jump in and reset your day, reset your time, reset your month and your quarter. But I do want to make sure I include that because this is where it came from, okay? And this is where it really came from. So with that being said, let's get started. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep switching my little screens over here. So I wanted to say here at Formula RPH, this is our company, and it is truly our mission to transform the American healthcare system through educating the next generation of pharmacists in an environment that is innovative and integrative, which we have different approaches to learning as well as community and resilience building. This is who we stand for. Um, Hence the name Formally to RPH is in that transitional phase. And hence, this is our company and this is truly our mission. And we want to really help with not only learning, but that resilience building. And today's session is also in a sense of resilience building and getting clear and clarity on what you want and enjoy out of life. So again, hi, I am Dr. Laquita J. I help pharmacists shift their mindset, strategize their study plan, and study effectively for the Naplex exam. Couple things about me. I have been a Naplex prep coach, or I like to say now success coach, since 2017. I failed the Naplex twice, and on my third attempt, I was able to pass within 6 weeks. At that particular time, let me age myself and date it. The Naplex was actually scored, so I went from a 75 to a 90 in 6 weeks. And being that many people heard about that success, people start branching off and going. And I just been doing this. I've been doing this consistently. I went full time and doing it in 2020. So we are here, and I'm really excited. I'm also a health equity advocate. I do have my master's in public health, and I'm really focused on community programs and building community and really education and different things. I'm mostly my I like about say my passion topics are mental health as well as maternal health and just really truly building community. I do have a diverse background. I have practiced in community pharmacy settings, PBM settings, government contract settings. So I kind of have a diverse background in so many things and even teaching. So I am very diverse, but it's a little bit about me. But now, y'all didn't come to learn about me. Y'all came to get into this. So let's get into this, okay? First thing first, when talking of today, I want to truly say you have to truly shift your mindset. You have to truly make a decision to be intentional. I'm sorry. Get you some pen and piece of paper because we're gonna have to do this. And get you some pen and paper because you're gonna need this. So go ahead and get that started. And with this, shift your mindset. You have to truly make a decision to be intentional about how you're going to show up for yourself, for your career in this quarter. Again, like I said, we have 9 months left in this year. What are we going to birth? So let's get a piece of paper. Let's get a piece of paper and let's talk about this. Shift your mindset. Truly, again, I will say this again. I want to really say, make a decision to be intentional. So, how are you going to show up for yourself in this quarter? Take time to write that. How are you going to show up for yourself in this quarter? In your life, consider what kind of habits, mindsets that you need to foster personal growth. Whether do you need to show up more for yourself in self-care, you need to learn a new skill, nurture relationships, increase your productivity. Let's truly let this quarter be where you take intentional steps towards your well-being and your life fulfillment. What are you showing up for yourself? Well, how are you going to show up for yourself in this quarter? Let's write that down. Okay. And feel free to share in the comments because I'm telling you, feel free to share. I'll just try to like write as I go. It's gonna be hard, but like I will try to type and interact with you guys as well. But how are you going to show up for yourself in this quarter? With that being said, we have a clear mind of how we're going to show up for ourselves in this quarter. Let's take another step and let's truly go into reviewing. We need to take a look at what has worked and what has not worked so far. I want to truly, truly encourage you to take a moment to reflect on what are you birthing for your family, your life, your career in these upcoming months. Are there personal goals you've been nurturing, a family bond that you've been wanting to strengthen, a career milestone you've been aiming to achieve, whatever it may be? This quarter is the perfect time. This month is the perfect time. The significance of April is the perfect time to plant seeds of intention and watch them flourish. So these next steps are definitely taken by our SOAR workbook. These questions, if you have a SOAR workbook already, you can find these questions in a whole worksheet with this. You'll find a little more questions than this. However, for the sake of today's live and not want to truly have you guys in here for a long time, I want to say that yeah. So if you have a SOAR workbook, you see a lot more than what you see here. But just want to take this time to reflect, evaluate your progress. Ask yourself, what did you achieve during, I'll say, yeah, what did you achieve during, I says during this quarter, but it's really quarter one. What did you achieve? What have been your accomplishments so far this year? Take a moment to write those down. What have been some accomplishments? I know for me, deciding in December that I'm going to start January doing 30 days of SOAR in 2024. I would say 2023, SOAR in 2024. And honestly, I'm not going to even lie. The first couple of days, I just got in my head and it took time for me to really do it. But I was like, you know what? It's okay. I'm going to launch it. I said I was going to do 30 days a SOAR, and that's what happened. So honestly, that is why SOAR kind of started on January the 3rd, because I had to get out of my own way. Question 2: what challenges did you face during this year? I said this quarter. These are literally questions taken from um, the SOAR workbook. So just be mindful of that. And the challenges I face. There was a challenge, and that's one of the challenges I face of that, how I can get in my own head and how it limits me, how it creates procrastination, how I don't show up for myself. That was one of the things that I had to identify. And currently I have a situation right now at the time of this at the time of this live right here right now. I have a challenge of, it's a thing of, I get in my head and I have to stop getting in my head and stop overthinking and truly execute. Because as a dear colleague told me yesterday, you know, perfect does not mean progress. Sometimes you just get so stuck in the progress and trying to be perfect that you don't even move. So, definitely for me, this is definitely a challenge for me. And the thing I face is this perfectionism. And I'm going to, I'll probably document my journey of overcoming perfectionism. I don't think it's something I overcome um, because I'm truly a perfectionist. Uh, yeah, I was getting to zodiac sign stuff like that, but I'll let you guess which zodiac sign I'm in. I don't care about all that stuff. I'm just saying. Um, but I digress. Question 3: based on your answer for your challenges, what are some areas of growth? And for me, you literally just saw me step it out. Like, areas of growth is truly identifying how I can overcome or cope better or have systems in place for my perfectionism. What are yours? What are some ways for you? What does that look like? Put that in. Now that you have reflect, let's renew. Let's renew. Let's adjust some strategies. We identify the what worked, what kind of didn't work, and how can we improve. But how can we renew that? How can you nurture and strengthen yourself? Because we're so focused on goal oriented things that we forget who we are. So, how can you nurture yourself? How can you strengthen yourself? What does self care look like? Which brings me, it kind of goes into question 1 and 2, kind of goes into each other. Well, what practices can you engage in to reconnect with yourself? And self-care being one of those. And self-care has many dimensions now: emotionally, mentally, physically, intellectually, spiritually, socially. Like, what kind of things you can do to really reconnect with yourself? How can you nurture and strengthen you, renew you, and able to achieve these goals, and able to keep moving forward? If you didn't have any challenges and you had only strengths, like, how can you nurture you to keep moving forward to where you don't reach burnout? And if you have been the busy bee and the check all the lists and all the boxes, how can you become more mindful and prioritize your commitments? Because we can sometimes overcommit ourselves. What does that look like for you? Let's take this time out to really think about these things. What does that look like for you? Okay? What does that look like for you? Now let's reset. We reflected, we renewed us. Let's reset. Revisit your annual goals. Take the time out to revisit your annual goals. And are you there? Have you achieved any of your annual goals you set? Have you achieved any of them? If you have, great. If you haven't, that is okay. And you are still in the process, hey, that's good. Because guess what? Once we revisit our annual goals, we kind of identify what we kind of want to achieve. And you reset and look at those annual goals and say, okay, what are my top 3 goals for this particular quarter that I can achieve that'll push me towards achieving my annual goals? Look at those, because this is when you need these goals. So look at this, okay? And figure that out. And then when we go into that, now you got the 3 goals, you think about it, it's time to set them. What Decide what you want to accomplish. Again, decide what you want to accomplish. 3 goals from your annual goals. You looked at it, revisit them. Now let's pick out 3 goals from you that can help you achieve your annual goals in this quarter. Decide what it would take for you to get it done. Truly decide that. And as always, I want to make sure that we keep things smart, truly smart. And if you have the workbook, again, I would say the workbook has a way more intense look at how this is, of how we break down SMART goals. But I'll try to briefly talk about it as I'm gonna try to share. Well, I won't share it, but definitely look at this and truly say, let's make it smart. So we've written down our 3 goals. Let's just try one of them. How can we make, and if you want even more details of how we break this down, make it more specific and things of this nature, go to the Soar in 2024 series on YouTube. It's right here. It's already listed below, link below, and it's more specific. So I don't want to kind of be rebuttal what I've already stated, but make sure your goal is specific. Who, what, where? How will you reach this goal? List at least, and if you have this and you have the workbook, you already fine in this. You ready to go. Just FYI. But truly, who, what, where, how? How would you reach this goal? Make it specific. Make your goal measurable. Like Add measurements and tracking details. How will you measure this? What can you put a number to this? Can you put a method or a benchmark to this? Make your goal achievable. What additional resources do you need? What items do you need? How will you find the time? What are some things you can learn about to achieve this goal? How can people support you to achieve this goal? Step 4, well, not 4, 5. Make your goal relevant. List why you want to achieve this goal. As I always say, what's your why? Why is this so important to you? And step 5, the most important one is to set a deadline. Make your goal timely. Put a deadline on what you want to achieve and set benchmarks. And we're going to get more into this, but definitely set those benchmarks. What do you want to achieve? And again, if you have the SOAR workbook, this is already laid out for you with detail information you can work through and write it out. And if you want to go reference the video, just go, I'll link it below. I just didn't want to be repetitive, but wanted to make sure that we take out time to do this, okay? Now, we made our goals. Take time out to at least doing this live one goal. You made it specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. Hence the word smart. Next, let's create your action plan. Create an action plan to execute this goal, to execute your top 3 goals. Track the results and adjust your plan as always as needed. And this is a direct image excerpt from the SOAR workbook. And this is one of the ways you create your action plan for your goal. Start with my goal is to blank. So you just wrote one of your goals down. Your goal is to put a time on there, what day you want to be finished. How will you measure your success? Is it done? Did you do it? Let's take a thing of let's be over. I'm gonna say weight loss because everybody like to lose weight, right? Say, and I like to say lose. I like to say eliminate because you can lose some, you can find it back. So we're gonna eliminate these pounds. So my goal is to eliminate. Let's be over ambitious to say 20 pounds by June 30th, 2024. Date to finish is going to be June 30th. How will you measure success? By going on the scale weekly. That's how I'm going to weigh because I want to lose pounds and how to eliminate pounds and how to eliminate pounds to see your progress, track it. It's going on the scale. So let's go on the scale. Let's say once a week. So steps to achieving my goal. Here you can go into saying meal because your diet, 80% of weight elimination is going to be diet. How we incorporate activity, what are some things we can do? What are some obstacles that may arise? Most of the time, people probably going to say stress eating, emotional eating. Think of those are some problems that could arise, are busy schedules, or it's sad. It's not sad to say, but a real thing is I got my hair done for women. So how you respond to those things? What are some helpful tools you can use? What are some helpful resources you can use? Think about those things and truly create an action plan. Now, again, if you have the SOAR workbook, this is already ready for you to go. So we could just dive on in and write these things down. But truly ask yourself, this is your action plan. And let's write these things down. Okay? Yeah. So I want to show you today is how to truly set your quarterly goals and how you can achieve them. Let's just focus on three goals for this quarter. Just three goals. Oh, there we go. Just three goals this quarter. Focus on only three. We don't need to overcomplicate things. And even if it's simple as three goals this quarter, each month I will focus on one of the three goals. This is month one, month two, like April. Okay, this goal for April. This will go for May. This will go for June. Just let that be that. Let's not overcomplicate it at all. No one want to overcomplicate things. Okay? We really don't. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that at all. And remember, just as we are in April, April means to open. It's all about getting the April showers bring May flowers. And we're in a place where you're seeing the season change and you see spring coming in, you're seeing things start to bloom. And just as every flower blooms at its own pace, your journey towards personal, familiar, and professional fulfillment is unique. It's at your own pace. Embrace this quarter as a time of renewal and transformation. Let it inspire you to birth greatness in every aspect of your life. I'm truly wishing you a quarter of growth, abundance, and joy. And as always, I want you to connect with me. Connect with me. Every single Sunday, I release a video called Success Sundays on YouTube. And it's based on productivity. It's literally the things I talk about, shifting your mindset, strategizing your study plan with productivity, study strategies, study tools, and to help you study effectively for the NAPLEX exam. On Mondays on YouTube, I do a live called Study the NAPLEX with Me. And in this time, you can study your hardest subject. You can study. A lot of people just be working on different things, projects and stuff they need to get done. But join me for this. I particularly I do a lot of good. I try to work on my things, catching up for the weekend and empty my inbox in a sense. Um, but study with me, and I think in the upcoming months will be more theme related. I'm really focusing on that. Like it'll be a theme, disease state related kind of thing, or organ system, and we'll just study topics on that during the time. And I'll ask you a question or two during study with me. And that is every single Monday at from 9 to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So join me on YouTube. And every single Tuesday, I release a newsletter, Form D Moving Forward newsletter, every single Tuesday. It's always good. Every single Tuesday, I have been doing this newsletter since 2020, and it's your peak of, hey, you're moving forward. And if you have any other questions, oh, I forgot, I don't put social media. Follow me on all social media platforms at Dr. Laquita J. That's literally my name, at Dr. Laquita J. And feel free to email me if you need to, at info@formd2rph.com. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for, I had to take you off this screen. Thank you so much for joining me today. I enjoyed you. I hope you enjoyed me. I'm sorry if I didn't have a chance to get to your comments and all those things. Please forgive me now. But let's connect and let's reach out. We do have exciting things coming up. So we do, people who are on my newsletter email, our newsletter email list, they get tips, career NAPLEX and career tips, and inside things that don't often get audience. So make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. And as always, remember that pharmacy is on limit if you are. And then guess what? Now go be great. Talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for joining me today. Talk to you later.